Right, guys, we are back live, and apologies to those who have been watching the first stream. The power got cut this side. You've got to love South Africa for that. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen again. Let's quickly go through the team lineups. How did first half played out? There was a try by Australia late in the first half by Tanela Tupou, and a penalty by England as well. So 19 points to 7 at halftime. Jordan Pateo having to leave the field early on in that first half due to injury. Peresi has come on. He got a yellow card in the process. But apart from that, it's not been too bad. Tom Wright has been pretty good at the back, just controlling that high kicks from England, hunted by Sami, and Samu Karevi has been. Noah LLC has had a couple of good decision making on the field as well, with Nick White just trying to dictate play there as well. But nothing really happening too much at the moment for Australia in that back line. Forwards wise, Rob Valentini, very, what's the word? Very predictable at this stage, just trying to bash his way through the middle. Same with Rob Leota. Michael Hooper are trying valiantly, trying to steal those balls, taking a couple of meters forward. And Kadera Neville, Matt Phillip has been good at line-out times. Tanela Tupou find their feet more towards the end of the first half, and David Borecki, not happening too much for him then. Having a look at the England side, they've been brilliant so far. Freddie Stewart has been brilliant under the high ball. He's attacked the lines pretty well. Jack Noel has got into the game pretty decently as well. Guy Porter just been sustained by Owen Farrell at this stage, doing a good job. Tommy Freeman has looked good. Marcus Smith has been quite good as well, with his little chip kicks over the top, just cross kicks here and there, just trying to find a bit of space. And then Jack van Poortvliet has been quite phenomenal as well in that back line. Then forwards wise, Billy Vunipola playing a game of his life again. Sam Underhill has been good. Courtney Laws has been brilliant at stealing balls at ruck time. Johnny Hill has been quite phenomenal himself, just barging his way through the middle. Maro Itoje has got forward ball. Will Stewart has been good. Jamie George has had a couple of really good runs. And then Alice Jenge, for me, has made a lot of meters in that first half as well. Still to come for England, Luke Cowan, Dicky, Marco Vunipola, Joey Heiss, Ollie Chesham, Lewis Lutland, Jack Willis, Danny Kerr, and Harry Arundel to come on still for England. And this England side has really impressed me so far, just looking like the informed team. Slipper, Nick Frost, Pete Samu, Jake Gordon, James O'Connor, and then obviously Isaiah Peresi already on the field for them. Gully says they're really controlling this game really well at the moment. Like I said, we did have a power cut, and it is unfortunately what it is at the moment. So hopefully we won't have any more power. And then we'll probably have to leave it at that. But for now, we're up and running again. England controlling this game, 19 points to 7 at the moment. So yeah, let's see if England can keep that dominance going, or whether Australia will get back into this game. Barry says, hi, how's it going, Barry? Hope you're well. And more things are looking really good so far. Renier van Onselen says, play is terug, Guru. Yeah, I was a little bit worried there, Renier. When that power cut, I'll probably will have to start the generator for that Springbok game. We don't want this to be happening again during the Springbok game as well. So hopefully we can sort that out by that time. But it is what it is. It's game here, England dominating this one. Ireland beating the All Blacks as well earlier today. So it looks like we've got some Northern Hemisphere dominance in this weekend. Last week it was the Southern Hemisphere. This time it's the says heart in your keel. And then Cully says, absorbing first half, we will see a response from Australia in the second half. Hopefully that will be the case, because yeah, I've been a little bit disappointed with the efforts of Australia, but hats off to England for the way they've played. And it kind of shows you that you have to pick the team that's in form. And a lot of these guys that have been picked from them have been guys that's been formed. Freddie Stewart, the likes of Jack Noel, Guy Porter, Tommy Freeman, Marcus Smith, and Jack van Poortvliet, who's been really good for them, and quite surprisingly as well. So it just shows you, and hopefully it will show for the Springboks as well today when they field their on-form team today, the likes of some standout performers in the URC as well. And then we've got obviously some standout performance from Billy Vunipola and Sam Underhill and Courtney Laws, who's been around for this England side quite a bit over the years. So, yeah, it's all coming together for England at the moment. They will feel disappointed that they gave away the try just on halftime. They were dominating 19-0 for a long period, and then Australia managing to get that try through Tanila Tupou just to bring Australia kind of back into this game with an opportunity to still win this at the end of the day. But it's going to be hard-pressed. I think with the way the first half has gone, I think England is going to be too strong for Australia today, unfortunately, and England will get the W today. But you never know. This is rugby. Anything can happen. If Australia can score first in the second half through a try, I would say they'll be right back in this one. So it's all to play for in that second half. And let's hope that they do show up because, to be quite honest, it has been England for 30 minutes in that first half. Australia only playing for that last 10 minutes or so that we got cut out. So it seems like I'm being a bit of a bad luck to Australia at the moment. But hopefully it won't be the case for the second half. We've got England now coming back onto the field as they're making their way onto the pitch. So we will be getting ready for the second half now. So let's see what is going to happen in this game in the second half between these two sides. I am going to put up another poll as to who's going to win this game, and hopefully we can get the people to come and watch. We had about 50-odd people joining in for that first stream. So hopefully we can get all of them back. Who will win? Let's put it up there as whether it's going to be England or Australia in this one. So far, it's been all England. Australia lucky to get that bounce back try just on the stroke of halftime. So we've got the ball back up and running as well for you guys. So do go out and vote there. And don't forget to press that like button and subscribe. I know there was a donation made earlier. I can't remember who it was, but thank you for that donation. I will go back and thank you a little bit later on as well. Cully says physicality is brutal from England, and Marcus Smith keeps Australia guessing with his attacking kick, which is true. They've dominated up front, and Marcus Smith has just got front football all the time. So looking forward to this second half. Let's see if England can keep up the dominance throughout the second half, or will Australia bounce back? Here's the start as Australia kicking off from right to left. It is taken beautifully in the air by England, just outside the 22. Van Poortvliet now waiting for it. Gets it out to Courtney Laws. Back it comes now to, there's a replacement on the field for England as well. It's number 19, Ollie Chesham, who's on the field for him. Van Poortvliet now with a box kick over the top. The chase coming now from Freeman. Makes a good tackle there on Lolasia on the 10-meter line inside Australia's half. Australia going to look to come out firing now. Nick White out it goes to Koropetti. He's a little bit caught on the back foot here. Good tackle from Poortvliet as Nick White gets that ball back for Australia. Comes back Lolasia out to Samu Kurevi. Puts in a little cross kick there, and it's taken beautifully by Australia, but the players stayed down, and it's Baresi who stayed down and is not looking comfortable. I think it's the knee that gave in there. So, yeah, but back more bad news here for Australia. Oh, damn, that was bad. But, yeah, it just threw the ball away there. So, it's not looking good for Baresi there as he stayed down. Isaiah Baresi, 18 carry meters, 1 tackle and 1 gain line carry throughout that first half, but he stayed down now, and we're going to have to wait. I don't think he's going to be able to continue this game. So, yeah, there's a signal from the medical, and he will have to be replaced. And I think it's going to be James O'Connor who is going to come onto the field. He's in some serious pain at the moment, is Peresi. So, not a great start then for Australia. Just as it looked like they were finding momentum, then there's going to be a cut in play again now due to an injury. 19 points to 7, and they are putting on the stretcher here. That leg looks pretty bumped, the knee of Peresi. So 19-7, we've had about a minute in the second half, but still plenty to come in this remaining couple of minutes in this second half. 39 minutes left. So a chance now for Australia to try and hit back in this one, as James O'Connor will be the guy who's going to come onto the field. I think it's going to be interesting to see what they decide. I think it was a forward pass then from Peresi to touch there. So it should be a scrum down to England from round about the 10-meter line inside Australia's half. But 19 points to 7 at the moment. And we're waiting for the injury to be attended to on Peresi here. So 19-7, England in total control still of this game, and probably will try and find some momentum now with this next scrum down. So I'm still busy with Peresi as James O'Connor now finally comes onto the field. Isaiah Peresi came onto the field in the place of Jordan Pitaya, who got injured early on in that first half. Now he's been replaced by James O'Connor, who can easily slot into that number 15 berth as well. So as far as experience onto the field in James O'Connor in this one. 19-7 it is at the moment. Minute gone in the second half, and the game got stopped by injury. So off the field goes. So we will have a scrum down here, and it will be an England scrum down, roundabout on the 10-meter line inside Australia's half. Cameron Claynon says, that's his ACL. He's out for a long time. Yeah, it looked pretty damn bad, to be quite honest, Cameron. And it's a pity because he's played some really good rugby for the Waratahs this season. But let's see how this is going to pan out. We are back now, and it will be a scrum down to England on the 10-meter line inside Australian half. 19-7. Australia need to be the first team to score in the second half if they want to stand a chance of winning this game. Right, scrum feed from Van Poortvliet then as they take the scrum here on the 10-meter line. It's controlled. Billy Vunipola off the back. He comes, making good yardage, almost up to the 22-meter line is Billy Vunipola. And Van Poortvliet now waiting, gets it out to Will Stewart, sets it up on the 22-meter line here for England. Van Poortvliet back to Jamie George now. He's lost a bit of ground here. And now comes Van Poortvliet into space. Up over the 22 he goes. Quick ball needed. Johnny Hill at scrum off. Gets it out to Courtney Laws. Courtney Laws caught on the 22-meter line as well. Moving towards the middle of the field. Johnny Hill, Marcus Smith again. Throws a little dummy with the little kick through. But nobody really chasing after that. But we will be coming back for a penalty to England. Offside by Australia. So a chance now for England to increase that lead to 22 points to 7. Gavin says last week someone played wrist well, injuries piling up. And that's a good sign going into the Rugby Championship a little bit later on this season. But 19 points to 7 it is at the moment. And a penalty here for England right in the middle of the field. So a chance to extend that lead to 22 points to 7. Barry says, never expected you to do game because no reminder on his channel. That's what it's like about Guru. He comes with surprises. I do put it up way before, so I don't know why the notifications are not coming through, Barry. But yeah, I did the first half. I did the All Black game as well this morning, so don't know what's going on there. I'd have to have a look into that. But I definitely put it up way before, so I don't know. It must be a mistake from YouTube. They don't love me at the moment, it seems. Right, Owen Farrell now with the attempted goal here for them. And they could put England into a 22-7 lead. Pretty straightforward kick coming up for Owen Farrell. And he struck it gold. So 22-7. The England side now leading Australia here as they get the first points of the second half. And it makes things so much more difficult for Australia now, having to score twice, 2 converted tries plus a penalty to take the lead in this game. Barry says, at least you're here. That's all that matters. Thanks, Barry. Right, so Nick White to restart this then from the halfway line again. 22-7. It is Australia down at the moment against England. The restart not taken well by England, but they've managed to secure it through Noel inside the 2 here. Van Poortvliet now waiting for it. Gets it out to Alice Genge. Just setting it up here for a ruck. As Van Poortvliet waiting for that ball to come out. It's going to be a knock-on from Australia, it seems, in trying to steal that ball. So it will be a scrum down to England, round about 15 meters out from their own try line. Yeah, it was sloppy. Miscommunication from Guy Porter and Jack Noel there from the restart, which led to that. So scrum down to England anyway on the 22-meter line inside their own half. Van Poortvliet to feed this one here for them. He's been really impressive so fast, this youngster, and doing a great work for England at the moment. 22-7 it is. 5 minutes into the second half, and England in control of this game. It's going to be Van Poortvliet to feed this one in. Sean Close says South Africa only Southern Hemisphere to win this weekend. That is a big question mark. Like I said to my colleague earlier this week, the best chance Wales will ever have of beating South Africa in South Africa will probably be today if these guys don't gel together. So, but I'm expecting a Springbok victory nonetheless. Guys like Jeff van der Roos, Marcel Coetzee, likes of Andre Esterhuizen, Kurt Lee Arends, Warwick Gelant, all quality players on form, and will look to demolish the Welsh side today. Penalty to Australia from that scrum. So they try line, and a chance now for them to get back into this game. Borecki with the throw into this line out. Goes to Kaderin Neville, sets it up. Here comes the driving maul from them now. Samu Karevi and Marika Korobetti also joining in on that maul now. They just need to be careful not to pull in too many players here and lose the ball. So that maul still working for him. Borecki's got it 5 meters up. Now it's gone down. Samu Karevi out. It comes to Rob Valentini. It's out from the try line. Waiting for it now. It's taken. Mac Phillip gets it up. Still slow ball coming for Australia. Just need to be patient here is what the Australians will have to do with this one. Still working it up. 5 meters out from the try line. Leota, pick up and go from him. Now it's Michael Hooper. Going nowhere at the moment is Australia. They will have to start getting front football. Tanela Tupou. Out it comes to Borecki again. Still 5 meters out, moving to the middle of the field now is Australia. Pick up and go from Tanela Tupou as well. Still nowhere to go for Australia at the moment. Another pick up and go from Angus Bell this time. Now Nick White gets it out to Lolasia. Back on the inside. It comes to Hunter Paisami. Nearly splitting through the first line of defense. Still 5 meters out, penalty advantage going to Tanela Tupou. He's so close, he's a meter out from the try line. Will he be able to get this ball back? Yes, he will. So Nick White is waiting for it. It is a penalty advantage to them. And now it comes back. And Karevi will get the try here for Australia. Or did he? That is a big question now. Did he dot that over the dead ball line or not? Goose Van Sal says your post weren't on my timeline and I was notified when you went live, so there are no problems from YouTube. Okay, cool, Chris. Thanks for that one. Right, so let's see Did he get that down? Big question mark now, whether he dotted that one down. Let's just have another look at this one. Oh, yeah, I think that's okay. I think he's got that one. So should be a try to Australia here, and that would put them back into this game. Reality always wins. There's only one Southern Hemisphere will win today, and that's the Springboks. Well, Australia sit back with a try here through Samu Karevi. Is this the start of the comeback from Australia? 22 points to 12 with the conversion to come. Australia hitting back there through Samu Karevi. So Danila Tupou and Samu Karevi getting the tries here for Australia. Is there a fight back from the Wallabies in this game? 22 points to 12 with the conversion to come. Let's just put up our own scoreboard here for now. Australia with the conversion attempt now as well. So we'll have to wait and see whether he gets it or not. Conversion from Lolasia is a good one. So 22 points to 14 it is here between Australia and England. So a good bounce back then from Australia with 30 minutes to play in the second half. Much better from them as well. Just putting the pressure on England now. Marcus Smith to get this back underway for us. 22 points to 14. 30 minutes to go. Still plenty of time left in this one. It's taken by Hunter Paisami, who kicks it downfield from the restart. Straight down the middle of the field into the hands of Freddie Stewart now. Freddie Stewart gets it up. Good run here from England. Between the halfway, well, on the halfway line now, Will Stewart making a bit of headway. Almost up to the 10-meter line they go. Marcus Smith now gets the pass out to Courtney Laws. Oh, Courtney Laws has knocked that ball on just outside the 22. Lolasia's got this now about 10 meters out from his own try line. It's James O'Connor in possession, kicks it downfield. And not going to find touch, finds Freddie Stewart now on the halfway line. Freddie Stewart makes his way up to between the 10 and the halfway line. Van Poortvliet again now. It's Guy Porter up to the 10-meter line. Oh, it's been ripped by Tom Wright, and it comes out to Lolasia, who goes to the kick downfield. Jack Noel is back for it on the 22-meter line. Let's see if he can get this kick away. He's going to find it and finds touch roundabout on the halfway line. 22 points to 14, and a little bit of up and down the field at the moment by the two teams. Just some attention to one of the players there on the field for Australia as well. Replacement Scott Sear just receiving some attention. Right, so it looks like Scott Sear is leaving the field, and Angus Bell back onto the field he comes. So that replacement now nullified there by that injury as well. So the injury is really wrapping up here for the Wallabies at the moment. 22 points to 14. They're still very much in this game with 28 minutes to play. But the worrying factor is all the injuries that is coming through in this game. Boreki now with the throw into this line out on the halfway line. It is taken by Matt Phillip now. Nick White, off it goes to Michael Hooper, to Rob Valentini, sets it up in the middle of the field. Nick White again, back it comes to Rob Leota. He's almost up to the 10-meter line. Australian playing with a lot more vigor, and a penalty here to Australia as well. So chance to cut back down that score again with 3 points. It is a very kickable one indeed, and Leota stayed down as well now for Australia. So yeah, things are not looking good on the injury front for them. No, I didn't, Sean. I actually, my mate came in, so I just greeted him quickly before coming back. Right, so Leo. And all these injuries are not looking good for them. when truth matters, one says, I would still like to see Andre Esterhuizen and Rowan Janssen van Rensburg center pair. And you never know, maybe it will happen in the future. Maybe Andre Esterhuizen will come back to the Sharks because Rowan Janssen van Rensburg is really joining up with the Sharks. So who knows? Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, so run from Leota, injuring himself in the process, but we'll have to wait and see if he comes back onto his feet. Looks like he is back on. So a chance now for Australia. Will they have a shot at goal or will they kick this to the corner? We still got 27 minutes to go in this first half. Second half. So 22 points to 14 it is. Can Australia find a way back into this one? Trailing at halftime by 19-7. They've gone to the touchline, 22-meter line out. Taking it now, Nick White, Angus Bell, the pass slapped down by England. So I think there was a knock-on from Marcus Smith of trying to intercept that ball, but I think the referee is going to penalise him for that. They are going to go upstairs to have a quick look and see whether Marcus Smith. That would mean a yellow card coming up for sure. Yeah, no, that should be. Well, look, it wouldn't have been a try, and it probably wouldn't have been a try-scoring opportunity, but he's going to get the yellow card and the marching orders. So England now down to 14 men with a penalty on the 22-meter line in the middle of the field here for Australia. And I personally would go for goal here. 22 points to 17 will put them 5 points within 5 points of this England side. They have opted to go for goal here. So Lolasia will have a shot at goal. 2 points to 14 could become 22 to 17 now. And all to play for. Remember, Australia were down to 19-0 at one stage in this first half. And then got a try just before halftime to get back into this game. And the momentum now starting to swing the way of the Aussies. It's 27 minutes to go. Noah Lolasia with this penalty attempt right in front to put the Wallabies back within 5 points of this game. So taking his time with the kick. England now down to 14 for the next 9 minutes in this game. Yeah, he is taking long with this one. Important kick, and it's gone straight through the middle. So 22 points to 17 it is now. And Australia right back in this game. Right back in this one with 24 minutes to go in this encounter between the two sides. 26 minutes to go. Who would have thought Australia to get back into this game? And you can see Eddie Jones now sweating up a little bit. He looked calm and collective in that first half, but his mood has definitely swung here in the second half. So more replacements coming on for Australia as well now. As let's just see who's come onto the field now for them. Also England making a couple of changes as well. So Bilal Fainga on the field now in the place of David Parecki, as well as Marco Vunipolo for England now. So the restart taken by Marika Koropetti just outside his own 22. He's brought down. Now Nick White gets it out to Lolasia. Now James O'Connor on the loop around. Here's a chance for them again, as it's Karevi who takes it almost up to the halfway line here for Australia. Definitely playing with more fire in the second half. Now the loop around from Lolasia, not good. He has to get it back on the back foot. Now it's back to Ante Paisami. He takes it up to the halfway line for Australia. Good little dart from him now. Nick White. Back it comes to Angus Bell. Sets it up on the halfway line again for them. Now Nick White going with a box kick over the top, looking for space. And he's going to find plenty of it as it runs into touch about 7 meters out from the try line. And I think it's a 50-22 as well. So it should be an Australian line out here, 5 meters out from England's try line. Our game can change in a matter of minutes. So brilliant kick from Nick White there, finding the space in behind. Gully says England so poor in second halves, and why is that? Because momentum is in Australia's favour now. I hope South Africa don't make the same mistake as last week and give well in there. Sean says, hope Aussies pull this one off. Right, so line out here to Australia, 5 meters out from England's try line, but England has stopped play due to an injury, so just wasting up valuable momentum there for them. We've had 40 votes. Who will win? 70% gone with England so far, with 30% going with Australia. That might change in due course as well. Right, so what are they looking at? So they are going to go upstairs to have a look at something. So maybe Nick White carried that back into his own half. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, no, I don't think he carried that back. Marioto asks, hi Guru, laat speel die All Blacks teen Springbokke. So not sure what time that is going to be, but it's not the All Blacks against the Box now. So the lineout, in fact, was England's lineout. So they've managed to secure the possession there, about 7 meters out from their own try line. Courtney Laws now takes it up to about 10 meters out from their own try line is England. And Van Poortvliet will try and clear this ball for England, and he's not going to find touch into the hands of Tom Wright. Gets it out to James O'Connor, throws a little dummy, goes himself almost up to the 10-meter line. He goes right in the middle of the field. Pick up and go from the Wallabies. Marika Korobetti just setting it up just up over the 10-meter line in the middle of the field now. Nick White waiting for it. Gets it back now to the big prop forwards, and again there comes Samu Karevi. Karevi almost up to the 22-meter line here for them. Coming back, penalty to Australia there, trying to rip that ball off the ground. But it is going to be another penalty to Australia and a chance to bring that score down to 22-20 now. It's definitely in favour of Australia now, this game, as they're making their way into this game now. James Slipper also on the field for Australia. So in the background, another player down from Australia, and I think it's Kaderin Neville who stayed down for Australia again. So plenty of injuries to this Wallaby side at the moment. We've got 23 minutes to go in this one, and still about 6 minutes on that yellow card. Nick Frost also coming onto the field now for Australia in the place of Kaderin Neville. Australia not opting to go for goal here. Sets it up about 10 meters out from the try line. And it's a brave move from Michael Hooper. Could have put that score down to 2 points with a penalty, putting them into the lead. But they are opting to go for the lead one time now. 22 points to 17 at the moment. It is going to be Lutlam also off the field, well, on the field for England in the place of Sam Underhill. And, well, they're just waiting to take off a play again. Kaderin Neville on the side, just needing the stretcher there. No, he does stand up. So play will continue with 23 minutes to go in this game. And it's going to be a line out to Australia, 10 meters out from the try line. Opportunity for Australia to take the lead here for the first time in this game. 10 meters out from the England try line, they will have the opportunity to throw this line out in and set up a driving maul. Will they be able to break this England defence now? Very important that they do. Right, still waiting for Kaderin Neville to leave the field, and we will resume play then. So many injuries in this game. I think almost, well, I can't say almost all the replacements have been injury forced, but there's definitely a couple of those, I think 3 or 4 to injury. So here they come now. Nick Frost out to Valentini. Sets it up about 7 meters out from the try line. Here they come again through the forwards. Nick White waiting for it, trying to force another penalty there. Michael Hooper in support there. Setting up Nick White, Rob Valentini again. Valentini breaks through the first defender, about 8 meters out from the try line. Lalasia, the loop around. Not working so great for Australia at the moment. Now 10 meters out from the try line. Nick White again gets it out to Matt Phillip. Matt Phillips sets it up in the middle of the field again. Here they come, James O'Connor. The inside pass to Karevi has been knocked on, or to Karabetti has been knocked on. So it will be a scrum down to England. And it's all about choices at the moment. I don't think that was the right decision from Michael Hooper to go for the train set. They could have been trailing by 2 points only, but instead they are still 5 points behind. So scrum down now to England inside their own 22, 5 meters inside their own 22, and a chance to clear their lines again. So wasted opportunity then for them, as Luke Cowan-Dickey is also on the field for England. 22 points to 17. We've got about 21 minutes to play in this game. Australia trying to get that lead, but in the process maybe have undone themselves with that missed opportunity. Van Poortvliet to feed this ball for England again now. 5 meters inside their own 22 here is England. About 20 meters from the right-hand touch line. And they will be looking to clear this one. Remember, Marcus Smith still in the bin for 4 minutes. That scrum goes down and they're going to have to reset it again. 21 minutes to play. Can they get out of their own 22 as England? Great fight back from Australia as well. Trailing by 19 points to 0 at one stage in that first half. Coming back to 22 points to 17 with 20 minutes to play in this game. One more quarter to go. Van Poortvliet to feed this one for England. Comes in, and that one is going to go down again. It's going to be a penalty to England this time round. And some great scrummaging work from Marco Vunipolo and Luke Cowan-Dickey. Will Stewart also getting the accolades there, as Angus Bell is the guy penalised there for the Wallaby. Lapse of the scrum there. Penalty to England. Things falling apart now again after that. The kick downfield from England's going to find touch between the 10 and the halfway line inside England's half. And they will just try to play down that last 3 minutes of that yellow card. Luke Cowan-Dickey to throw this one in for England. Owen Farrell now slotting in at fly half here for England. In the absence of Marcus Smith at the moment. More replacements coming on the field here for England as well now, as Will Stewart gets replaced as well. On the field comes Joey Hayes for them as well. Line out stolen here by Australia on the 10-meter line of England. So great steal there from Frost as Nick White gets it out now. Karevi out to Lolasia. Long cut pass to James O'Connor. James O'Connor puts in a little kick in behind, but it's going to go directly into touch. And all the way back to the halfway line, they're going to go. Line out to England on the halfway line. Did so well to steal that ball in the line out was Matt Phillip. But then undone by a poor kick from James O'Connor. 22 points to 17 it is. Achilles says, vanaand gaan ek lekker die game kyk. I think the Boks will win by 20 plus points. I feel like the squad, if they're playing running rugby, keep the ball and don't concede penalties. We will run over Wales, which I agree completely, Achilles, by the way. It's all going to come down to whether this team will gel together, because this Springbok side that has been picked is the on-form players from the URC, and then a couple of good players that has been playing consistently in their overseas teams as well. So there shouldn't be any question marks around any of these players that's playing today for the Springboks. Anyway, 19 minutes to go in this one. It's a 5 more minutes. Lukau and Dickey to throw this one in roundabout on the halfway line for England. England with the throw in, and it's taken by Johnny Hill. The maul has been set up here by England. They are getting this driving maul going now. Lukau and Dickey controlling that ball at the back. Some good driving from England at the moment, all the way up to the 10-meter line they go, and still making their way forward. Still trying to bash their way through the maul here, as they're still going almost up to the 22-meter line is England now. Great work from Lukau and Dickey. He's up over the 22-meter line now for England. Van Poortvliet waiting for it. Gets it back now to Marco Vunipolo. Sets it up just outside the 22 now. It is taken up by Lut Lam. Now Van Poortvliet, poor pass from him. The ball spills out loose. Taken by Nick White now. Runabout on the 10-meter line inside Australia's half. Karevi gets the ball out to Lolasia. They're going to run this from their own 22. The kick downfield eventually from Tom Wright into the hands of Freddie Stewart. Freddie Stewart sends it back with interest, and that's been caught by Lolasia inside the 22. He's going to try and run this, gets the ball out to Tom Wright into space. He goes up to the 10-meter line and still going now, puts in a kick downfield. The chase coming from Marika Korabetti and Tom Wright, but it's beautifully picked by Freddie Stewart, and he gets bundled into touch about 10 meters out from the try line. Another chance now for Australia here, and it got to make this work. Great breakout from Tom Wright into space. The kick was brilliant as well. The chase even more so from him, putting them under pressure, and then taken by Freddie Stewart and then bundled into touch by the Australians. Some great work. In fact, it was Freeman who took that ball in for England. But then a bit of archie-barchie by Owen Farrell on Nick White. Not happy with the way they took him out, but it was fair play to Australia there. So 17 minutes to play in this one. Australia now with a great attacking opportunity. Achilles says, true, Guru, I'm so happy Evan Roos was picked. A bit upset Ulrich Lowe wasn't picked. Would have loved to see the two big boys playing together. Yeah, I mean, imagine Ulrich Lowe at 7 and Roos at 8 with the likes of Dion Fourie on flank. It would be a really good show as well. But, I mean, Peter Stefter to a quality player as well. Right, taken in by Australia. And what do you know? The line-out not thrown in straight. Wow, wasted opportunity once more. 17 minutes to play. Yeah, no, that was not straight. Cully says Australia's all over England at the moment. But then they do silly stuff like this, like not throw in straight, and gives the ball straight back to England. 10 meters out from their own try line. It will be Van Poortvliet. I think it's actually, no, there might have been a replacement on. I think Danny Kerr is on back on the field. So Danny Kerr, I think, is on the field here for England. I just want to confirm it. Yeah, so Danny Kerr on the field for England as well. Danny Kerr now with the, well, it's Vunipolo who picks it off the back, gets it out to Guy Porter, who makes his good strong run up to the 22-meter line. Kerr again gets it, Marcus Smith, out it goes. Beautiful work from Freddie Stewart there. Gets the pass out to Freeman, just short of the halfway line now. Kerr again gets it out to, was it knocked on? No, Ludlam took it up. Now Kerr is looking for it again. Slow ball coming back for England now, just inside their own half, goes to the box kick over the top. And the chase will be coming back to the side of England again. And Owen Farrell going with a cross kick here to Jack Noel. Jack Noel into space, but the good, nearly, it's a good tackle from Korabetti, but it's not. He's given Jack Noel space up to 10 meters away from the try line. Okay, now gets it back, and here's another chance now. Owen Farrell. Farrell 5 meters out, right under the sticks here for England. Penalty advantage coming. Vunipolo now. Gets the pass out to Marcus Smith again. Marcus Smith, out it comes to Marco Vunipolo. Still 5 meters out. Okay, now back it comes. Marcus Smith on the inside. Beautiful. Freddie Stewart nearly over the try line, just a meter short. Kerr now waiting for it. Have Australia slowed that ball down? Comes back Vunipolo to Marco Vunipolo. Still working from about a meter out. It's Billy Vunipolo trying to bash his way over. Can't get there. And now Luke Cowan-Dickey with his hands on the ball. Goes with the pick up and goes. Still a meter out. This England at the moment. 8 phases. Still coming is England now. Will we see some ferocious defense from Australia here? Or will they barge their way over? So close. Held up, says the referee. So they will be coming back for the penalty to England. 5 meters out from the try line. Let's just see where the referee goes. It's right in front. So an easy 3-pointer up for grabs here. Could extend that lead to 8 points. And again, just shows you how vital that penalty would have been to Australia if they had decided to go for the kick at goal. But then again, they had to try something. Achilles says, Ireland won. If Australia win, my Saturday will be half complete. When Box won, it's going to be complete. Yeah, so that was a big one this morning. Ireland beating the All Blacks by 23 points to 11 or 12. 12, I think the score was. So great performance from Ireland. And now England looks like they're going to hold on here with about 13 minutes to go in this game. Farrell right in front, puts it over, and it's 25 points to 17. So an 8-point difference here between the two sides. 25 points to 17. Cully says, man, these last few minutes will be pulsating as England finally wakes up. Marco Vunipolo just putting in his eye contact lenses there. And England now in the lead by 8 points and looking to seal off this game. It was close for Australia. Decision making not great from Australia, maybe costing them this game if England managed to pull this one off. Jake Gordon also on the field for Nick White now as Jack Noel takes it in from the 22, gets it out to Courtney Law, sets it up about 10 meters out from the try line as Danny Kerr now waiting for it. The slow ball coming out for England at the moment. Kerr goes to the box kick over the top. The chase coming now from Jack Noel. It is taken by James O'Connor. Gets the pass out to Lolasia, but he's driven back in the tackle by Marcus Smith. So Australia have got possession just inside their own half here as Jake Gordon waiting for it. It comes back now. Here's a chance for Hunter Paisami. He's brought down quickly. Jake Gordon gets the pass out to Rob Leota. Now comes back again. James O'Connor. James O'Connor cuts back inside. Nowhere to go for him. Just short of the 10-meter line of England now, but has it been stolen by England? Yes, it has. So great work on the ground there from England as they win that ball, but it's going to be a penalty. Closing down the ball there. Coming in from the side is England. So they give away the penalty. And now Australia will have to go for the kick to the corner, surely. Right, so James O'Connor to put this into the corner here with 11 minutes to play in this game. They need on. That's going to go. Oh, it's great work from England keeping that ball in play as Freddie Stewart will now just hoof this downfield into the hands of Corabetti now. Corabetti on the 10-meter line goes to the kick downfield straight into the hands of one of the England players. And it's again Freddie Stewart now. Goes high up into the air. It's taken by James Slipper now. Jake Gordon goes with another kick downfield, playing the territory game at the moment. That ball is going to roll all the way over the try line, but bounces up Freddie Stewart with a kick downfield. And he's going to find touch round about 5 meters outside of the 22. Great work from Danny Kerr to keep that ball in play. It would have been 5-meter line out to Australia, but Kerr did brilliantly to keep that ball in. 10 minutes to go in this game. Australia will have to get a try now, or at least a penalty just to put them back within 5 points. England bringing on another replacement here. It's Henry Arundel who gets on for his test match as well. Coming off is Tommy Freeman. The on-form England player Henry Arundel on the field now for England. 8 points the difference, 10 minutes to play in this one. And Australia's got a line out 5 meters outside of the 22 of England. Falau Fainga with the throw into this line out. It's been stolen by England, however. And Marcus Smith has fallen onto that ball. Now Danny Kerr waiting for it to come out again. Gets it out to Courtney Laws, sets it up just outside the 22 here for England. Australia's been their own worst enemy today. Kerr wait for it again now. Just outside the 22 of England. Goes with a box kick over the top, and a chase coming now from Arundel. Taken by Tom Wright, but it's going to be a penalty against Arundel, pushing Jake Gordon out of the way there. So penalty to Australia now, just inside their own half. Is it kickable? I don't think so, but it would be good if they could just get back within 5 points here. The kick is going to find touch roundabout on the same place they lost the last line out on the 22-meter line. 25 points to 17 it is. Falau Fainga to throw this one in. Can they do this as Australia? The throw in taken by Matt Phillip now. Jake Gordon gets it out to Michael Hooper. Rob Valentini is going to try and straighten it, but the defense of England absolutely spot on there. Jake Gordon, back it comes now. The charge from Pete Samu. Jake Gordon again waiting for it. Now comes back Lolasia. James O'Connor. Still caught roundabout on the 10-meter line inside England's half, and it's going to be a penalty against Australia holding on there. And it's Courtney Laws, and he's very close to being man of the match for this game, as the number 6 of England, Courtney Laws, been. He's had a couple of instances where he's stolen that ball on the ground, winning the penalty for England throughout this game. And that pretty much should wrap it up here for England. 8 points is the difference, and I don't think Australia is going to come back on this one again. So the kick from England finding touch roundabout on the 10-meter line inside Australia's half. And with an 8-point lead already, 8 minutes to go. Can England just seal this game off now? 10 penalties given away in the second half. So many penalties in this weekend's games already. We saw it with the All Blacks game as well. We had, 3 yellow cards, 1 red card, and another yellow card for Ireland as well. So, yeah, discipline of the team's not very good at the moment. But that's Test match rugby, taken by Johnny Hill at the back. Here comes the driving maul from England, going backwards though. From that maul is England. Just still controlling it. Danny Kerr waiting for it to come out. Penalty advantage to England, and things now falling apart for Australia again. Owen Farrell with another cross kick for Jack Noel. He will be bundled into touch by Marika Korobetti. So we will come back for the penalty advantage to England. They can now just settle it. And that's been the difference between England and Australia. England taking each 3-pointer up for grabs here in this game. And Australia opting to go for touch on numerous occasions. Might have just cost them the game. So what will England do? Will they have another shot at goal here? Like I said, they've taken all the points on offer today. 25-17 with 7 minutes to play in this game. Will they be able to pull this one off? Is Australia? I don't think it will be the case today. Just an injury break at the moment as the players try to regroup. We've had so many injuries from Australia as well today. Just looked like they were finding momentum each time there was a switch play or injury to one of their players. So, yeah, it's sad, but it's been the outcome so far. So, really not been able to get momentum on numerous occasions. When they had it, they blew it. So, hats off to England for keeping the pressure on Australia today. 7 minutes to play in this game. Can they pull it off? Or will England celebrate and set up a final for next weekend, the third test, like with the All Blacks in Ireland? So definitely looking forward to next weekend's final between Ireland and the All Blacks. The third test will decide the series. And it looks like this one is going to be the same case with England and Australia next weekend to settle this test series. Hopefully the Springboks won't put us in that same position as well next weekend. So Owen Farrell is going to have a shot at goal from here, just trying to extend that lead to 11 points now and really just taking it out of Australia's hands at the moment. Gilly's saying, Cameron, me and All Black supporters, I think Guru knows the chances of that is when chicken get teeth. Yeah, no, Gilly's a big Springbok and Bull supporter. Can't see him supporting the All Blacks. Right, Owen Farrell, 7 out of 7 today. And he's been on song with all his kicks. Really vital in this game for England. From round about the 10-meter line, about 20 meters out from the, 10 meters out from the left-hand touch line, just to extend the lead to 11 points. 6 minutes to go in this test match. Can he do this for them? That one, no, it's going to go to the left of the post. So it's going to stay 25 points to 17. And the kick downfield from Australia to find touch roundabout on the 10-meter line inside the Australians' half. So England still got the possession here and still with a chance to attack. 25-17 it is at the moment. It's an 8-point game at the moment, and Australia will have to score within next 2 minutes or 3 minutes to have a realistic chance of winning this game. But Luke Cowan-Dickie will throw this one in for England. On the 10-meter line inside Australia's half, taken by Courtney Lawes. The maul set up by England, and going by the last maul, this is going to be exciting. Starting to move forward is England now, but too slowly, I think. So it will have to come out this time round. Kerr gets it out to Owen Farrell. Flat pass out to Marcus Smith. Just setting it up there for them. Courtney Lawes takes it up just up over the 10-meter line for them as well. Kerr now. Back it comes to Vunipolo. Billy Vunipolo, that is. Danny Kerr again. Out to Marco Vunipolo. Not gaining any ground with this, but they keep possession and they're playing down the clock. Now comes back to Marcus Smith, goes high up into the air, straight down the middle of the field. And it's taken by James O'Connor, makes the mark inside the 22. And it's with 4 minutes to go. Australia will have to pull something out of that. James O'Connor with the kick downfield. Not going to find touch into the hands of Marcus Smith again. Again goes high up into the air. Jack Noel chasing after this one, taken by Lola Sia. Lola Sia looking to find a bit of space up to the 10-meter line. He goes. Jake Gordon back comes now to Angus Bell. Back to Karevi on the back foot. Pushed back in the tackle by Johnny Hill. Jake Gordon again. Back it comes Lola Sia on a loop around. James O'Connor. Space opening up for Australia now. It's Marika Koropetti up to the halfway line. Right on the left-hand touchline they are. Taken up by Koropetti again. Almost up to the 10-meter line they go. Now Jake Gordon, Angus Bell again. Lola Sia, flat pass out to Ante Pasami. Again, Jake Gordon now. Back it comes to Rob Valentini. Valentini just short of the 10-meter line. There's 3 minutes left in this game. Angus Bell, can he get the pass out? No, he can't. Jake Gordon again, flat pass. I think that went forward. So forward pass to Marika Koropetti, and that will be the ball game. 3 minutes to go in this game. Scrum down to England on the 10-meter line inside England's territory. Gully says, shocker of the weekend to all the home supporters of the All Blacks in Australia, which is true. It's really disappointing. First, the All Blacks lose at home, now Australia as well. And they've just got themselves to blame. poor decisions at vital times have cost him this game. So 1-3 MS. There's just 3 minutes left in this one. 2.5 to be exact. 2.5 minutes to go. This game definitely belongs to England. England played a great game in that first half just to cancel out the efforts of Australia here in the second half. And Falau Fainga also receiving attention. So it's not looking good for Australian rugby as far as injuries go, because they've lost Jordan Patea today. They've lost also Kadera Neville, as well as there was another player that they've lost. They've lost Isaiah Peresi as well to some serious injuries. 1-3 MS says, well done to both teams. Well play, England. So we will set up a final basically next weekend between the two sides. For 2.5 minutes to go, this is pretty much wrapped up unless Australia can score a quick flash try here, which is highly unlikely. Danny Kerr out to feed this ball into the scrum here for England. Just to finish it up, Daniel Simmons says, any updates on the new rugby game coming up, or when should we expect to hear news? So at this stage, unfortunately, not allowed to say anything, Daniel, but I would say just be patient. Soon enough, you will get some news, surely. A penalty from that scrum then to England, and just to rub salt into the wounds. 1-3 MS says the two losses by the Wallabies and the All Blacks makes an interesting final weekend. Right, Owen Farrell now with the kick downfield here. 2 minutes to go. Cully says, Guru, your thoughts on the box selections for seconds. I'm happy. I'm happy that Warwick Kalant has been picked. I'm happy that Kurtie Arendse gets a chance. I'm happy for Andre Esterhuizen. I would love to see what Ian van Roos and Marcel Coetzee can do. I'm especially looking forward to see what Ruan Nortje and Dion Free will do off the bench. And then obviously the new beast as well. I'm happy with the squad. To just sum it up, Gully. Just hope it doesn't backfire, because there's not a lot of depth in experience from that side. But I think the form will pull England now, and they're just setting it up as Luke Andicki controlling that ball at the back of this maul from the 22-meter line. Kerr tries to get that one out for him. It's a bit sloppy from England with a minute to play in this game. Slow ball coming back now into the hands of Billy Vunipolo, who's also had a strong game today. Kerr now waiting for it again. Good counter ruck here from the Wallabies, but it's going to be for nothing as Courtney Laws takes it up to the 22-meter line here for England now. Kerr again. Now out it comes to Luke Andicki again. Right in the middle of the field. Kerr now. Back it comes now to Lutlam. Lutlam takes it up just up over the 22-meter line. Oh, little dart there from Rundle, but a penalty to Australia there. So I'm not quite sure what the reason for that was, but Samu Karevi, tap and go from him. Gets it out now. Here comes Tom Wright now, cutting back inside, almost up to the halfway line. Just working it through the phases. Less than 10 seconds to go in this game now. James O'Connor, back it comes to Lolasia. Push back to the 10-meter line. A little knock. Oh, it's going to be a penalty for a clean-out from Valentini on Owen Farrell. And that just sums it up today. Silly from Australia. Just costing themselves the game. Time is up on the clock. And they're just going to punt that into touch and win this game. So, or is it? Yeah, they've done that. So 25 points to 17. The final score here between England and Australia, and we will go down to a final test to decide the series next weekend. After last week, but hats off to them. 1-3 MS says, I think it's a big gamble for the Boks, but they need to wait together the best time to build the depth, which is true. So 25-17, the final score here between England and Australia. I'm going to leave you guys at that. I will be back at around 4 o'clock today for the Springbok game, just to start the build-up around 4:15, and we'll take it through to that last minute of the game. So good luck to all, and congratulations to Ireland and England on winning their test matches. Until next time, guys, this is the Rugby Guru. Cheers for now.